see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
What's up, y'all? Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name is Brii, and if you are already a part of the Brii Squad family, I hope you're having a great morning so far. Today is Saturday, July 29th. So I just wanted to come up here and share some news with you guys. I'm super excited about the news I have to share. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, y'all, so as you can tell by the title of the video, this is going to be a single parent TTC journey, and we are journeying to baby B, y'all. I'm super excited about it. This is honestly like a blessing that I'm even looking into this and doing this right now. I wanted to have my first child by or before or when I'm 30. So I'm going ahead now that I'm 29 and getting the ball rolling on that. So that way, you know, we can get baby B here, y'all. First things first, I'm choosing a single parent journey because I want to be a single parent. I don't want to have to depend on like a partner or anyone else. Because I want my baby and I have a goal of when I want to have my first child. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So that way, you know, there's no hiccups in the road other than like health and stuff like that, you know, something I can't control, but I can control, like being in a relationship, if that makes sense. So I'll be doing the IUI process with donor sperm, and basically why donor sperm is important or why that matters of how I'm doing it. We're gonna go over once I tell you everything that was talked about at my first consultation yesterday. So let's go ahead and get into that, right? So first things first is I have to do labs. So labs I have to do is I have to do the infectious disease labs, which is like HIV, AIDS, and all of that other stuff as well. Then I have to do a CMV lab, which those results rely heavily on what donor you can choose. So if you're CMV positive, you can choose a positive or a negative donor. And if you are CMV negative, then they recommend just choosing a negative donor. So that way, you know, you don't have that worry of, well, will my baby have CMV? And then, yeah, of course, I gotta do the blood type, and then the RH status that comes with the blood type. So then next, I'm gonna have to do fertility testing. So I have to do an AMH, which determines my egg count. That is a blood test that they'll do for me. And then I have to do an HSG, which determines if my tubes are open or closed or blocked or open. So that way, you know, if there's any tubal blockage, then we figure out what to do with that now rather than waiting until it's time for me to try. And then, yeah. Next I have to do a genetic carrier screening, just to see out of the, I think she said it's like 409 genetic mutations, to see if I'm a carrier for any of those, because if I am, then I want to make sure that my donor is not a carrier of the same mutations. And then if I am not a carrier of any mutations, then I kind of want to know the risk or what have you of selecting a donor who has a certain mutation, if that makes sense. So after I've done all of my testing, then I follow back up with my nurse practitioner, who, by the way, is amazing, and I'm super excited for the journey with her. So then I follow back up with her just to make, you know, go over all of my lab work, everything that I've learned about myself, fertility wise and blood result wise. And then we then either go forward with the current plan that we already have set, or we make adjustments to it if we need to. Next I get to choose a donor. She told me to do 3 donors based off of, you know, the CMV, because that's a testing that I know I will have back, and then also genetics if I have that one back by the time that it's time to meet with her or to purchase the donor sperm. So she said choose 3, so that way if the one that I really want is not available, then I have 2 backups. But you know, basically I'll go to 3, narrow it down to the one I really want, and then kind of just go from there. All of my vials will be shipped to my actual fertility clinic so they can have it, but I'm not ordering my vials until day 1 of my cycle, and then by the time day 14, which is day insemination day, comes around, then they'll already have it there and unthawed and all that great stuff. She told me to use IUI washed only. We don't want to use the unwashed, because then that like incurs more charges if they have to do the whole washing process of that. And she recommended, like, if I have someone who I see has less than like 20 to 25 vials, to go ahead and buy how many ever vials they have. But if I have someone who has like 20 or more vials, then I can kind of just buy like 2 at a time. But that all just depends on what availability there are for that vial. And then I have to schedule a psychologist appointment. And the psychologist appointment basically is recommended so that way they can kind of talk to me about getting in preparation of like when my child starts asking questions, like what information to tell them, what not to tell them, kind of what to expect on how they're going to feel regarding the questions, how I'm going to feel regarding them asking the questions. So to kind of like keep me leveled about the whole situation, which honestly, I don't mind doing the whole psychologist situation, just because like if it's important to kind of be able to navigate those conversations, and that's definitely great. Personally, I won't have a problem with relaying to my child like the reason that they have a sperm donor and not a father, or like why I chose to go the single parent route, if that ever is a question or anything like that. Like, I don't think I would have a problem with explaining that to my child. But the help to kind of navigate that is important. So let's jump into my recommendations. Now, my recommendations are based off of my health and everything that I have going on. So my recommendation is probably going to be different from your recommendation if you decide to go on the same journey. We're not necessarily going to have the same recommendations from our doctors. So definitely, if you are thinking about the TTC journey, and if you're trying to do it as a couple or as a single parent, definitely go ahead and talk to a fertility clinic now, so that way, if for whatever reason, like say you're doing like at-home inseminations and you've done like 3 and they failed, and so now you have to go to a clinic, at least you know what your process and how things are going to go for you. Again, everybody's different, body, health, things like that, so you want to make sure you kind of know what you need to do. But for me, I am going to do a natural IUI cycle, so unmedicated. So basically, she feels like, because like my cycles are normal and they're coming about every 28 days, and then lasting between 3 to 5 days, that I should be golden. Like, I'm having my cycle like I'm supposed to. That means I'm ovulating like I'm supposed to. That means that my uterus lining is doing everything that it needs to do. So that's why she said natural cycle. We're doing 3 tries prior to changing to like a medicated cycle, or prior to adjusting my plan if for whatever reason I don't conceive in the 3 tries that we do. So I have to call them day 1 of full flow of my cycle, because then I don't have to like set up appointments to kind of get the HSG, and then I will have a vaginal ultrasound on day 12, just to kind of see see the egg that my body is getting ready to release, and of course the follicles as well. And then on day 14, which is 2 days later, that will be insemination day, and then of course from there I have my 2-week wait. And then she also told me to start testing my ovulation on day 5 of my cycle. Of course, you're not going to ovulate day 5 typically, because you either are just getting off of your cycle, or it's towards the end of it. But she told me to do it so that way I can see where my numbers are, and so then that way I'm able to catch my surge for LH, which LH is ovulation, so you kind of need that surge to know when you're ovulating. So yeah, I am super duper excited about it, y'all. I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey emotionally. If I can take y'all into any of my appointments, I'll bring you inside, things like that, y'all. I'm super excited. I really hope that you will join me on this journey, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who is already subscribed to this channel. I truly appreciate y'all. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, y'all. So let's get to 500 subscribers, and I'm super excited for this journey. And I pray that you guys will be internet aunties, uncles, cousins to baby B, even though she or he is not here yet. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. Go ahead and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell so you're notified every time that I post, and comment down below baby dust, so that way it's already in the atmosphere that baby B will be here soon, y'all. I'm super excited. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video. See y'all in the next one.